This pigeon appeared in my garden one morning, not so long ago, and was following me around, which is not normal for a wild pigeon. I noticed she had rings, so she clearly belonged to someone. I thought she could be a racing pigeon, possibly one that got lost during a race, or maybe one that just got tired and needed some rest. She did not fly and only walked around the garden. She would have been an easy prey for one of the neighbor's cats, so I put her inside my aviary. I didn't need to grab her. I just showed her some seeds and she followed me. I did not have any pigeon-specific foods, so I gave her some pellets and some nutriberries, which I crushed so that she could swallow them. You see, pigeons cannot break food with their beaks, so it has to be of a size that they can swallow. I also gave her parrot seeds and she picked the smaller ones. In the evening, she started to fly around the aviary, so I let her free, hoping that she would return home. But instead, she flew onto the flat roof of my garage. Then it started to rain hard and she just sat there. In the morning, the rain stopped and she was back in my garden, completely soaked from the previous night. So I let her in the aviary again with fresh food and water and decided to try and find the owner. I took a close look at her rings. One of them read Pigeon 5000, and I found out it is a common electronic chip ring used in pigeon races for automatic timing. So that confirmed to me that she was a racing pigeon, most likely lost, as that can happen. The number on her ID ring started with BE25, BE being for Belgium and 25 for her year of birth, so she was a year old. I went on the website of the Belgian Racing Pigeon Club, and there I was able to type the number of the ring and get the phone number of the owner, who happened to live 45 minutes away by car from where I live. I called him up and told him I found his bird. He replied in Dutch, "Which one? I have many," which made me think that maybe he had more than one bird missing. I asked him when he could pick her up and he said, "I don't know, it's quite far away, I'll call you right back." 2 hours later, he still hadn't called, so I called again. Once again he said, "I'll call you back," but he didn't. So I ended up calling him again. He explained to me in broken English that he's 70-year-old and that it's not easy for him to drive, but he would ask if one of his daughters could come and pick her up, but that wouldn't be right away. I then stressed the fact that it was quite urgent, since the bird would be exposed to the elements. We carried on our conversation by text messages in Dutch, which helped us understanding each other better. The situation seemed to unlock itself when he realized the bird was actually locked up in an aviary. I told him that before, but I don't think that he understood. At that point, he said he would ask a friend to pick her up today. I have the feeling that maybe he was reluctant to do the drive if he thought the bird was free in my garden and could have flown away by the time he arrived. So in the evening, his friend came and picked up the bird. I was relieved, as I was worried about the poor thing spending another cold, wet night outside. I was also a bit shocked when I saw the size of the transporter that he put the bird in. It was literally the size of the bird, without any room for her to stretch her wings. I did some research and found out that racing pigeon carriers are so small in order to reduce the stress for pigeons. A low ceiling apparently keeps them grounded and calm. And also, for space efficiency, as racing pigeons are often transported in large numbers. As for my 2 birds, they both took a lot of interest in the pigeon and stared at her for most of the time she was there. I did not let them inside the aviary, as I was not sure how well the interaction would have gone. But most importantly, I was not sure that the pigeon was free of illnesses, although she looked in good health. So all is well that ends well. Our visitor returned back to her home, and I don't have to stress about her anymore. What a relief. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again soon, this time with another video featuring bonsai and magic. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Cheers.